Okay, here we are with the Cabal's War Games. For those of you who have watched my theory video, you will know that this is the deck I have recommended. For those of you who have not watched it, I highly recommend you go and take a look at it before playing this event. Unless I do terribly here, of course. If I just do awfully, then I guess my theory video was absolutely wrong and you shouldn't listen to anything I say. But this is the test. The proof is in the pudding, as they say. So here we go. Yo, Flintstock with the 5 gift subs. Thank you very much, Flintstock. Hey, Alarak's back in the team. Very nice. Okay, so basically, as I said in my theory video, I believe missiles to be easily the most important unit in the event. And it's basically all about missiles and Borka. And the way you play is dependent upon the maps. So, here we go. Let's see if I was correct or not.
Establishing battlefield control.
Alright, so here we go. Let's see what map we're on. We're on Tug of War. So on Tug of War, we are going to not make a Harvester. We are going to go missiles first. We're going to go through the middle. The reason for that is to scout if the opponent's missiles are also heading towards your Harvester. And we're going to go double missile opening. Alright, it looks like my opponent may have opened Harvester. This, I believe, means that I automatically win. They have opened Harvester, so we are going to harass their Harvester. Here comes a Pit Bull, which can obviously not kill my missile squads. Alright, so as you can see, we very, very, very easily get the first Harvester kill absolutely for free. And now we have infinite money. We're going to make our own Harvester, because it's safe now. Going to kill his Pit Bull, and continue to farm Harvesters, because he's remaking for some reason. Oh, he's going double Harvester. Okay, so this guy's not watched my theory video, and now is definitely dead. So that's fun. This, by the way, this video, I think, this first game is a pretty good example of why you should not go double Harvester. I think this really covers everything. Oh, sorry, almost lost the missile there. I'll just quickly grab that. There we go. And as you can see, I have more Tiberium than I can spend. My opponent has nothing, and I have an Orca Bomber and 3 missile squads. And we're going to build Zone Troopers, because we have infinite money. Need to be careful not to accidentally Borka my own units to death, so we'll get the Borka to run away. And we'll start making Zone Troopers. In fact, I actually am going to Borka one of my missiles to death, just so I can make more Zone Troopers. Alright, tough game here, tough game. So, as you can see, Double Harvester is truly one of the worst things you can possibly do on this map. This, I believe, is what I would describe as one of the freest wins of my career. Alright, cool. See you later, mate. Oh, he did get his tech lab up, though, so that's important. Alright, cool. So that seemed pretty good. Can't go double Harvester on this map, as this guy has just learned. Alright. Next game.
Establishing battlefield control.
So once again, the map is very heavily determining what my strategy will be. Tug of War again. So missiles first it is.
New objective received.
I'm going to go to the middle to check if he has also gone missiles first.
Unit ready.
He has. Okay, so this changes things. Now we go for it. He's also gone double missiles. So this is a base race situation. We will put all of our missiles on his base.
Ready.
He is going to do the same, I expect.
Warning. Our base.
So the third missile squad I like to have actually defend against their missiles. He appears not to be building another missile squad, which I think is a mistake. Oh, there's his missile squad. Alright, next missile squad will head towards his base. As you can see, we're winning the race easily. We have 3v2. Also, I have a level advantage, which is not to be ignored. It looks like we're going to win this easily, so I'm going to start boosting. Yeah, unfortunately for this guy, he simply cannot win the base race. He's down 2 levels. The level 11 cap on this event is absolutely ridiculous. It's just stupid. So I just won that one for free because of levels. I don't know why the level cap is 11, but as you can see, this is what happens on this map. So yeah. Anyone who was thinking the War Games was well thought out can probably take a little look-see at that replay and then come back to me. Alright. 2-0. seeing a lot of people in my chat who are not enjoying the gameplay that we just witnessed. This is what people wanted, man. This is what people wanted, right? Like, base destruction only.
Establishing battlefield
Okay,
control.
here we go again. This guy's playing Solomon. I believe that means he's already made an error. Yeah, this is why you can't let the community vote on things, copycat. Alright, tug of war again. Looks like we're going for missiles again.
New objective available.
So here we go. Missiles. Go scout, see if he has missiles.
Unit
He does. Okay, so we're going to go base race. Oh, looks like he's blocking. Okay, so this is interesting. Gonna go for another missile. Oh, he's gone harvester. Okay, so that's already an egregious misplay on his part. As you can see, it's impossible to defend the harvester from missile squads. So we're gonna get that for free. Alright, cool. And then you go Borka. And start attacking the base.
unit ready.
As you can see, Borka is insane against missile squads. Absolutely wrecks them. He isn't remaking his harvester, which is probably a good decision on his part. But it's going to be difficult for him to overcome this Borka, which is going to kill all of his missiles now. As you can see, pretty easy. We'll continue to make missile squads. If we win this missile, we should just win the game. There we go.
Launched.
So now we just go for his base with everything.
Unit ready.
And we use the Borka to clean up his defenders.
Unit lost.
As you can see, the base is almost dead. We're going to Jackson boost.
Missed.
And there you go. Oh, dear.
Objective complete.
So there we have it. The missile war games. Oh, I just realized my zone trooper is actually not 11. So let's fix that quickly.
Unit trained. Unit promoted.
There you go, that's what they wanted out of me. They wanted me to spend my hard-earned credits on leveling a unit up to 11.
Establishing battlefield.
Seki Selu has asked, so, first unit Borka. I actually tested that, Seki Selu, in practice games during my theory crafting. I tested Borka first, it didn't work.
Objective received.
The reason it doesn't work is because it's too expensive, and actually it will not kill 120 cost of missiles.
Unit ready.
Like, it costs too much. Alright, so this guy's doing the same thing that I recommended in my video. So it's a base race situation. Again, he is level 9, I'm level 11, so we're probably just going to win based on levels, which sucks, but that's the way the game goes.
Our base.
They chose to put an 11 cap on it instead of
Unit ready.
doing the regular like 9 cap. So here we go. I'm going to use this missile squad to defend. And then we're going to use all the other missile squads to attack his base. Now, he's gone War Factory, probably in an attempt to get APC. This does not work. I don't know if I mentioned this in my theory video, but APC does not work because it will lose to multiple missile squads. It costs 80, it will lose to 4 missile squads, leaving you with your own missile squad that will not defeat more missile squads. So the APC is not a viable defender against missile squads.
You are victorious.
And there you go. That's how this map is played. If we see the other map, I will show you how different it is. The other map, actually, you get something that looks kind of like a proper game of Rivals, because you can actually defend your harvester from missile squads. But for this map, because the Tiberium has no natural defending tiles around it, it's only every tile around the harvester is open. You can't block them all off.
Establishing battlefield.
Whereas on the other map, you can block off your harvester with 3 squads, which lets you actually harvest. But until we see that map, you will not see me doing that. We will continue to spam missile squads. Alright, tug of war again.
New objective available.
So it's missile squad time.
Unit ready.
Okay, he's done the same thing. Alright, so this game is going to get interesting, I think. We're actually having a little bit of a missile squad battle. Okay, so interestingly, I think I might make a harvester soon, because we've actually managed to effectively block off the missile squads from getting through the middle of the map. So now I believe I could actually make a harvester quite safely. And if I can harvest up to Borka, then I will win. Okay, this boost is a waste, for sure. There's no reason for him to have done that. That's 30 Tiberium that he's wasted there. I am going to stall now, because I do actually have a harvester. I don't know if he does. It looks like he doesn't, given how many missile squads he's making. I can't imagine he also has a harvester, so we are going to continue to stall. He probably doesn't even realize that I have a harvester. Okay, so he's choosing not to charge the pads. Yeah, he probably doesn't realize that I have a harvester. So pretty soon we're going to be able to make a Borka, which is going to clean up.
Unit lost. Building online.
Okay, so next unit we can make is a Borka, which will sweep the field. I'm going to send this missile to scout if he has a harvester. Looks like he doesn't. He just made one, which is much later than mine.
Lost. Unit enhanced. Unit lost. Unit ready.
As you can see, the Borka is the dominant force in the missile mirror. And we'll use our Borka to harass his harvester and kill his missile squads. But yeah, we win this one because we made the harvester first and he didn't realize. This is an interesting sub-game that happens when both players go missiles and they meet in the middle.
Launched. Unit ready.
But obviously, as you can tell, this one is over now because I got my harvester out way sooner than he did. He didn't realize I had a harvester. And now the game is over. There's no comeback. There's no comeback unit in this matchup. Once the Borka is out, you have to make a hammerhead. And that is a very expensive unit, so this one's probably done for. Let's get both the Borkas on the base to speed it up. Poor Sergey didn't realize I'd made the harvester. But that I believe is what the matchup comes down to. And there's the hammerhead, way too late, and the game's over.
Mission accomplished.
All right, cool. .5-0. So that was an interesting little sub game we had there. Once you get enough missiles out in the middle of the map, you can block off the route to your harvester, and then you can actually make a harvester. Obviously, I realized this before my opponent did, and therefore had the harvester before him. He thought we were just playing missiles versus missiles.
Establishing battlefield control.
Hopefully, we might see the other map at some point. And then, okay, here we go, down the river. So, this one is totally different. You can go harvester first on this map,
Building
because you can move it down to this location down here, and then you can block any missiles from getting to you with simply blocking off this route here. Actually stops missiles from reaching you.
unit
As you can see, he's gone for my harvester, which I moved. So now I can just micro like this. Stop him reaching my harvester. We'll check if he has a harvester. He does. If he does, it's over here. We'll go and check. It looks like he does because he hasn't got any units. Okay, so now this is when it gets... This becomes sort of a proper game of rivals. I mean, not really. It's obviously still nonsense, but it's kind of a proper game of rivals. It'll become about Borkas now, I believe. So I'm going to go and move missiles onto these pads. Alright, he's gone APC. APC is a...
online.
It looks like it should be a reasonable choice, but actually it is not because of the Borkas. Borka cleans up APC quite nicely. And also it loses to 2 missile squads. As you can see in the top there, the APC is getting crushed by the missiles. So I would highly recommend use Borka instead of APC. As you can see, the Borka kills everything he has. Easily take the first missile. And then we'll go for his harvester with the Borka.
Unit ready.
Borka is not the best at killing harvesters. Oh, unfortunately, I accidentally started firing my Borka early. So we'll pull it back. I don't want to run it over there with no load. I have a lot of money here. Probably going to save up and make a zone trooper, to be honest with you. But as you can see, the War Games... Oh, he's gone second Harvester. Okay, as you can see, the War Games is really just all about Borkers and... Borkers and Missile Squads. So we'll get a Zone Trooper and boost it down here. Looks like the game's already over, though. I mean, this Borker is going to clean up this pad quite nicely. And the game is already over. There you go. So another reason not to go double Harvester. The game ends reasonably quickly because people are opening missile squads and immediately charging pads. So it's very difficult to get to double Harvester. And even if you do get tech units out, they all lose to the Orca Bomber. The only one that doesn't, I believe, is the Kodiak, pretty much. Sandstorm and Zone Trooper on defense do okay, but not great against a boosted Borka. Kodiak obviously doesn't die to a Borka, but will die to the Hammerhead. Nomads is saying Pitbulls seem to be useless. If you get a normal game on Down the River Nomads, where both players are making Borkas and Hammerheads, Pitbull is the best answer to the Hammerhead, which is the best answer to the Borka. So actually, the Pitbull is a unit I would still recommend playing. Alright, I don't see a missile squad from this guy, so he's probably gone Harvester first. Let's find out. He has. This is an error on his part. As you can see, it's very easy to reach the Harvester. Okay, so he's pulled his Harvester, which means we can't harass it. But that doesn't matter because now he's not harvesting. And now this is what I'm saying. This is what I said in my Fury video. If you see your opponent's made a Harvester and they're defending it, you can make your own Harvester because they're not harassing. Like, I can harass his Harvester quite happily, and he's no longer harvesting, but he's not harassing mine. So my Harvester now just gets to harvest for free. Alright, there's a turret. So, turret not that good because as you can see, we just kind of walk away from it. And the important thing here is that my Harvester is working away without being harassed, and his is almost dead. So we're going to get a Harvester kill here. Like so. And then I can immediately go into the Borka, and I have a Harvester that's absolutely fine. Like, my Harvester isn't even being harassed. Because he's chosen to spend all his resources trying to defend his Harvester. Once the Borka is out, it's just a slaughter. Now we're gonna even block him from harvesting. Oh, there we go. Block him from harvesting. Nice turret. I'll just walk away. And here comes the Borka again. And there you go. That's this War Games in a nutshell, my dudes. Yep, and that is pretty much how this War Games works. So yeah. Putting in missile troopers with no answer to missile troopers was a little bit insane. Okay, well there you go. That's pretty much this War Games in a nutshell. This last unit, I believe, can be almost anything. I like Zone Trooper the most, but really any of the tech units is an acceptable choice. So far, Divine Blade Lord, my games have not been close. I've done what I said in my Theorycraft video, and I've won very easily every single game. Everyone who's made a Harvester on Tug of War has been absolutely destroyed. This is, again, it's important to remember, this is the one the community voted for. The community looked at the units and thought this is what people wanted to play. So I think most people did not really analyze the units before they picked it. Because, like, I mean, we talked about it on stream. Like, when the votes came out, we talked about it on stream. And I said, this one has no answer to missile troopers, so you can't pick it. And yet, this is the one the community has chosen to go for. I don't see... Oh, there's missiles, but they're a little late. It looks like he might have gone Harvester first. He has. Okay, so this guy is dead. Sorry, Vovik666. Alright, so he's just going for a base strategy. That's an okay strategy, except that I'm going to get a huge influx of cash from his Harvester. And then I'm going to be able to make a Borka, which will happily defend my base. As you can see here. And there you go, that's probably a game. So he's done a little bit of damage to my base, but not that much. I've done a lot more to his, and my Borka will continue to sweep the pads, meaning that I am guaranteed to win the first nuke. And there is only going to be one nuke. As I said in my Fury video, There will only ever be one nuke on Tug of War because every game will be decided by base racing. So here we go. We'll boost this so that we guarantee the last sweep on the last pad. And there it is.
Missile launched. Mission accomplished.
Yet another victory. So we've only had one game on Down the River. So only one game where we played even remotely properly. All the games on Tug of War are going to be complete nonsense like this, because there's no way to defend a Harvester. But the games on Down the River will play differently. We just happen to have rolled Down the River only once so far. Again, Tug of War. Oh my god.
New objective available.
This entire video is just going to be my Tug of War theory playing out, basically. Double missile opening. Okay, so he has also got missiles. Okay, he's also gone double missile opening. So this is when it gets interesting. This is when we have the sub-game.
Unit ready.
So I believe the third missile squad is the last one you should make in the sub-game. I think you go third missile squad, and then you make Harvester.
Harvester ready.
Alright, so he's made a fourth missile squad, so we're immediately ahead of him, because we already have a Harvester, and he can't get to our Harvester now, because there's missiles protecting it. Once you've walled off the map like this, he can't get round my missile squads. Once you've done that, it's pretty simple to make a Harvester. I'm going to send my missiles so I can scout if he's made a Harvester. He has not. Okay, so now he's in a lot of trouble, basically. He's just made... Yeah, he's made just making missile squads. This is something I neglected to mention in my theory video, because me and Striker never had this happen. We never had this scenario where we actually both locked each other out of the map with missiles. So unfortunately I did neglect to mention this, but for those of you who are watching now, as you can see, that is the... it's important to get your Harvester timing correct if both players are going to go only missile squads. And obviously I get the Borker out first. The Borker absolutely annihilates everything. And I'm going to easily take this first missile. And with that I will almost certainly take the game. There's no way he can defeat me making Borkers. He hasn't got a Harvester and I do, so... There we go, that should be game. He's never going to beat a stream of Borkers with missile troopers.
Unit lost. Unit ready.
I think I will pin a comment to my theory video saying, having played the event, the only thing I missed was the once your missiles form an actual full body wall, then we need to make a Harvester. Good game, Alpha Phoenix. I was just saying that I think once you've got the middle locked up, that's when you need to make a Harvester, because then if you just both missile spam, the guy with the Harvester is actually going to end up winning. Which is something that I didn't find out from my theory video, because me and Striker never had this scenario come up.
You are victorious.
How do I fit Harvester over... How do I fit Headset over my giant brain? It's hard to imagine, right? I'm going to pin a comment on my video saying that I missed this. Because I feel bad now. We had one game on the other map, Divine Blade Lord, and we did have a sort of proper game. Hey, what's up, Cambodia? This is why I actually really like Cabal's war games, by the way. Like, this is obviously nonsense, but I have to say that this is one of the most fun events I've played. I really enjoy the theory crafting part of it. Like the finding out the best deck beforehand. The actual playing of the event for me is just testing my theory. I don't really care about the actual playing of the event. I just want to test my theory out. And if I go 10-0, then I feel like my theory was correct. Also, just by playing the event, you get a feel for whether or not you were correct. So I really enjoy I don't enjoy rerunning the event, and I don't think it needs to run for as long as it does. Because, as I say, there's no reason to rerun it. You just want to play it like once or twice if you were wrong the first time. But I do actually really enjoy the idea of the event a lot. And working out the best deck is super fun, and it's a really good content creation as well, because I get to make my theory video, I get to make my was my theory correct video. Alright, missiles.
Unit ready.
So that's got to be his first unit. We'll go missiles as well. Alright, looks like he's going for base race.
Unit ready.
So we'll do the same. I'll leave that one to defend.
Is under attack.
Alright, so I'm actually a little behind on the base racing.
Ready. Warning. Our base is under attack. Warning. Our base is under attack.
This is going to be an interesting one. It's going to come down to the first nuke, I think. But we both have to continue to harass each other's bases at the same time.
Unit ready.
I believe the nuke will fire before... Yeah, it looks like the nuke's going to fire in time before my base dies. So yeah, as I said, tug of war is just about who gets the single nuke of the game.
Launched.
Because every single game will come down to one nuke plus base damage. And this guy obviously did not know that.
Objective.
He tried to go entirely base damage. And there you go. Pretty happy with how that went. I feel like my theory crafting was absolutely correct, honestly. I feel like everything I said in my theory video was right. The only thing that I neglected to mention was what to do in the scenario where you both get locked in the middle. Also, for those of you wondering, in terms of value, this is an extremely good value event. Extremely good. This here, this 90 battles, 225 credits per battle, is very good. This is the 10th freebie reward. This is an extremely good reward, because this turns into, like, what, 18,000 credits or something? I actually think they might have reduced that. I feel like it used to be 20,000. Oh, no, I'm not calculating the 25 each. Anyway, so this is like 20,000 credits. So this is where most of the value is on the 10-0. The 10-0 on the standard rewards is where most of the value is. But even then, this is a good value as well. Like, this is actually one of the few things that's value premium. Because you get these 2 labs that are already worth like 250 diamonds or whatever. So yeah, this is one of the better value events that they do. So if you do go 10-0 and want to spend some diamonds somewhere, this is a reasonable place to do it. So I am actually going to be claiming premium here. Alright, so thanks guys, and I hope that your war games goes just as well as mine did. And let me know if your war games goes completely different. And, you know, don't forget to like and comment and subscribe and all that YouTube trope good stuff. But yeah, I feel like the proof is in the pudding, and my theory really played out exactly how I expected. So, yeah, thanks guys, and see you next time.